Episode number 3, the start of season number 2 is here. Cricket Captain 2024, South Africa rebuild time. And we've got the Test World Championship. We've actually got a bit of a couple of bumper episodes at the moment because we're doing 3 formats. We've played the T20 World Cup. Didn't go great. Went and won the Champions Trophy. We've put ourselves into the Test World Championship final. Just waiting for confirmation that will update and we'll be in it. But also, this episode we're playing Zimbabwe. Big time. Zimbabwe. Big time. Australia, England away, Pakistan away, multi-formats, and India away. So we have so much cricket. This is going to be a bumper episode. And next episode, to finish off season 2, I was looking through it and I was like, oh, there's no big series. T20 World Cup time. So we've got to keep building our T20 team. Now, one thing I've done is I've been working on this ELO rating system and I've split it out by format. So it has the ELO ratings match by match, but now it also has really clear world ratings per one. I've actually got us down. This has got every single international match scorecard loaded. I've got us down as the best ODI team in the world, ahead of Australia, ahead of Netherlands, but they've got a small sample size. T20 cricket, I do not. I have England as the best. I've actually got us as the 9th best team. And in Test cricket, I've got us down as the 2nd best team with a 2051 rating. So a 192 sort of finish. Also worth noting on England, I've got them 1st in Test, 1st in T20s. Also player ratings as well. So this uses the cricket draft algorithm. Ben Duckett, the best player in the world in year 1. Rashim Ravindra so far in year 2. Rabada with the ball though. Watch this space. So ODI is a format that we've kind of excelled in, to be honest. But our batting average of 33 is kind of like mid-tier compared to everyone else. But we come into our own with the ball. A 26 average with the ball is why we are winning games. Test cricket as well, we've got a pretty decent batting lineup here. Balls per out is ranked best in the world. It's just our strike rate is the worst in the world. And again, lucky us with the ball. 2nd best bowling attack in the world, just behind Afghanistan. Like most saves, the place we've got an issue is around T20 cricket. And if we sort this by the worst strike rates going, out of all the big nations, our 134 is the worst. Likewise with the ball, again, our average is the best, our strike rate is the 4th best, and our economy rate is the best. So that to me tells me that we're not that far off in T20 cricket. We're probably only like one real high quality batter coming into the team to make a difference. Also, shout out to Aidan Markram, who has made this top 10 list of most runs scored so far in the entire save. Rashim Ravindra averaging 51 with 2,297 runs, 6 centuries. Okay, let's get into it. I am expecting now the Test World Championship to pop up and us go on our merry way and go and win another competition. And it does it. South Africa versus India in the Test World Championship final. Quite similar records, but they play a hell of a lot more cricket. So do England, 22 Test matches. The unevenness of the Test World Championship makes it a little bit of a ridiculous competition. We've got an issue. Tristan Stubbs out injured for 3 weeks. The other issue is the squad it's picked is actually our ODI squad, so I've got to go through and change it all. It's a road. I'm trying to work out what to do with the team here, because it does give us some different options, having some of these first ODI players in the squad. Riley Rickleton's got an amazing record. Forrester, we've seen come into ODI cricket and look like $1 million. In first class cricket, he went in average 63 last year. It wanted us to put him in the team. Also, Du Plessis. I seem to highly rate this guy. He averaged 74 in first class cricket last year, 102 in domestic cricket, in ODI, in one-day cricket. It's a little bit of change going into a Test World Championship final that I don't feel that comfortable with. By bringing in Forrester for Beddingham, because Beddingham, amazing in real life. On the game, he didn't have a great year. He averaged 33, 51 average in first class cricket. The guy's an absolute beast, isn't he? But if we bring in Forrester, who hasn't played Test cricket yet, but averaged 78 in one-day domestic one-day cricket, 44 in domestic T20 cricket, 63 average in first-class cricket, His career average of 62 is incredible. He also gives us a little outlet with another ball, going with 4 key bowlers. I'm not sure. I might have broke it. I'm tinkering. We're still 5 stars. Okay, so India. Jaiswal's the one to watch because he's a cheat code on the game. So can Pujara be. So can Pant be. But they're giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 debuts. And the thing about India, they've played a couple of series. They lost to Australia 3-2, but they smashed New Zealand, smashed Bangladesh. And it was really back-to-back losses against Australia. 2 10-wicket defeats in the 4th and 5th test. They're batting a 33 average with the bat, a 32 average with the ball. So our bowling attack is a lot better than theirs. This is as good a chance as we may have in the entire series. We're here at the start. Test World Championship final. Won the toss. 1, 2, 3 bowlers debuting and 2 batters. Here we go. And we start with Tony DeSorzi pumping Bumrah down the ground. I like a bit of that. But we've lost a wicket. Okay, that is a score. But remember, I think, well, in real life, it goes to the team that scored the most in the first innings if it's a draw, I think. But here we do enough to say I'm pretty happy. Markram, 105, was brilliant. Van Tonder, been ultra consistent for us over the last 2 seasons. Really happy with what he's doing. Rassie van der Dusen comes in and plays for us. I don't think he played... No, he didn't play Test cricket for us last year. But anyway, he's coming as part of, hey, there's some one-day players in your squad. Scores 158 in the Test World Championship final. Puts on partnerships throughout the back end of the innings. Really happy with what we've gone and done. Pitch has broken down just a tiny bit. We've basically got to restrict them to less than 500. Sessions like that are going to help. 107 for 3. Janssen with 2. He was at one stage going at 13 and over while Jaiswal pumped him around. But that's a pretty good session. Go to tea on day 3. They're only 188 behind. Cheshire Pujara is doing Pujara type things. 109 off 222. Quite a fast rate for him. What's his career strike rate? Must be like 45. But there's been Badoni on debut scoring 70. Tade on debut scoring 44. They've had starts and we've got into them. Maharaj has come on and taken 2 towards the back end. But we've got the brand new ball. Pitch hasn't changed. We need 4 wickets for less than 188. It's so touch and go. They're 4-5-2 for 9. Pujara still marching on 177. And that could be a massive wicket for us. Pujara goes first over after the break. It means we go to session 4. Whereabouts are we in the day? Day 4, session 1. Predictor likes us over India. It's only a 60-run lead. It's not a case of we've won this game just by doing that. But if it does end up a tie for whatever reason, then I think we've got the nod. Okay, we've declared we had a major scare here. We were 8 for 193. But thanks to Carverain scoring 86, we've pumped ourselves up. It was slow going. It was hard. And to be honest, most of it, I thought, we're just going to lose this test match. This is us in this innings, just struggling to get along. Wickets falling, Bumrah ripping through us. It's 340 to win. They've got 2 and a bit sessions to do it. They're probably not going to do it. Predictor says no. Draw is on the cards. 122 for none off 33. They only need 219 in the final session. What a strange game of cricket. They end up 246 for none at the end. Jaiswal 124 not out. Sharma 113. We get smashed around the park. It ends up a draw with the joint winners. Oh. Joint winners. There we go. We've done it. It feels an anticlimax, but we've done it. Test World Championship, it just doesn't feel right. 2 achievements ticked off as well. I'm pretty happy with that. The number is the season that we're in when we did it. I think it's more that India get classed as champions. That's the bit that annoys me. 108 points in the ODI World rankings as well. 2 tests against Zimbabwe. This should, in theory, be stat padding time. Have we got any issues with age? Van der Dusen is 36. So although he's just scored a century in the World Test Championship final, it is Zimbabwe, and I think I want to see a little bit of other people. I want to see other people! What have we got? We've got a pretty decent wicket. We've got no other options around the bowling attack in terms of the spin. So a 35-year-old Maharaj is still going to be the guy. But Markram, Dazorzi, Tonda, Bavuma at 4. Duplessis comes in, will not be captain. And Forrester at 6. So we've gone through one phase. We've won that. Now we just need to keep winning games of cricket and we need to develop some players. It just annoys me. That annoys me. First ball of the test match against Zimbabwe. Thank you, Aiden. First session against Zimbabwe, 90 for 5. We've been blown away. It's down to Forrester and Varane. We get saved from a 99 knocked out from Marco Jansen, and we desperately needed it. 5 for 67 at the absolute at the pits of it, not the pinnacle. But he shared 50 run stands with Rabada, with Maharaj, with Varane. We've got out of jail a bit there. We take a lead as they get a 99. With Brian Bennett, 22 years old, scores 99. Career best for him in Test cricket. We get good performances. Jansen, Rabada. Although expensive, we were always taking wickets. Okay, now we're in the box seat. 498 for 7 declared. Zorzi with another century. This guy, for us, although inconsistent, scores centuries. Centuries win games. And Forrester with a maiden century. That is great to see. You know, we're investing in this kid. We're putting him in the lineup time after time. Averaging 54 from his 2 test matches. A century and a 50. Happy with what we're doing. 611 to win. If they lose this, if I lose this, I delete the channel. Win by 4-4, 367 all out. What do you expect? What a strange innings that is. We're 5 for 131, staring down the barrel. Forrester and Marco Jansen put on 136. But both of them get out for 99. I was getting all excited going Forrester back-to-back centuries. That didn't happen. Marco Jansen, I'm like, he's going to score a test match century. No, 2 99s, back-to-back 99s in this series. It's tighter than we'd like. Brian Bennett, what a player. What a specimen. Averaging 46, averages 41 in first class cricket. He's having a series to remember, a 99 and 137 against the best bowling attack in the world. On paper. Anyway, so the big takeout from this is Forrester bowled over 70 to 80 and he picked up 3 here. This was important to us. So maybe we've got something that can just chip in with 5 overs, help us out, pick up a wicket. Okay, declaration has come. Varane scores 100, Bavuma 95, Dazorzi ran out for 55. Still a lot of inconsistencies. We were still 5 for 174. We leave them 413 to win on an average bounce, sharp turning pitch, but it's day 4, session 3. We've got 3.5 sessions to bowl them out. It's kind of what you would expect, a series win, 2-0. Rabada with 4, Maharaj with 4. There's some good stuff to like. There's 2 really large victories, but also I feel we let ourselves down in the first innings of both games, actually. It put us backs against the wall, but there is stuff to come away from and go, this is pretty good. Marco Jansen continues to increase his credibility with about averaging 27 now in Test cricket. Forrester looks like there may be something there, maybe filling the gap. Van Tonder and Markram had down series. Bavuma was very average, averaging 40, and with the ball, Ngidi went at 47s. And we get the pleasure of going into a T20 tournament against New Zealand and Zimbabwe. If we don't make it to this final, we have got so many problems. Fortunately, we play against New Zealand first. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Now, I am going to get Norkia back in this team, so we get the 5 bowlers. Klassen, Brevis, Stubbs, Forrester, Markram, Rickleton. The balance isn't where I want it to be. We dropped down to 4 stars. Smashed by 8 wickets. We got Devon Conway. He put us around the park. He scored 79 off 45. The bowling attack was woeful. And the batting was equally as poor, where we lost 4 wickets in the first 6 overs. I'm not even sure what a DeWald Brevis is anymore, actually. An average of 9 and a 95 strike rate is not cool. In fact, Norkia, I'm going to fiddle around here. I want to try William Mulder. He gives us a little extra bat, but in real life I actually think he's a very talented player. Although a bit throwy when the ball gets hit back at him, apparently. 7 to win off the final 2 balls, and there's an edge down the ground for 4. And the final ball, 3 to win. Rabada beats the bat. We get home by 2, but it was ran tight. Sean Williams played an incredible knock, 63 off 32. He took Ian Mulder around the park just at the wrong time, 6-1-4. And I was thinking I was home, and then Maharaj went 4-4-4-4, and I'm like, oh, not again. Can we improve? Can we go and beat New Zealand after we scrape past Zimbabwe? 49 for 7 at the end of the power play, and we've done something different. Normally I play 2 bowlers and just bowl them through, but I changed it round, and we got wickets from Jansen and Coetzee, and then I bowled Rabada and Mulder, and they got 5. We still get 116, but great effort. How is our batting this bad? We need 5 to win from 6 balls, but we've got 1 wicket left. We've been absolutely rolled. Chris Clark getting it done. 3 for. Mitch Santner, 3 for. Freddie clean sheets. He's about to bowl. 4 to win. 4 balls left. Dewald Brevis. It's his first meaningful contribution of the save. We get home by 1 wicket. Now, if only we can go and beat Zimbabwe, we'll probably be feeling pretty good about ourselves. Not sure about Forrester at 3 either. Not quite the same success against Zimbabwe. We've been smashed for 63 and 6. Wow, last over went for heaps. 17 off the final over. They get 157. And Coetzee goes 6-6-4 right at the end. Oh, Riley Rickleton. Honestly, we're going to get turned over by Zimba here. I can feel it in my bones. Forrester, 3rd ball. We're none for 2 against Zimbabwe. No. Oh, we lost to Zimbabwe by 20. Markram batted well, but look at it. We've got so many problems in T20 cricket. It's going to take a miracle to solve before the T20 World Cup. Another competition that we don't go through because of net run rate. Okay, 1 day is in T20s against Australia. I think this is a good measure for us in ODI cricket because we've been okay in that format so far. And T20 cricket, well, we're down in 5th in the world ratings. Test World Champion. India did not win it by themselves game. So we had a little bit of a problem here. We had huge consistency in our lineup, which was amazing. But Riley Rickleton as a keeper only averaged 24 opening the bat. So interested to see what we do with that. We've got Duplessis we can bring in. We've got Ferreira we can bring in. But generally not going to rock the boat too much. That's disappointing. 252 of which Markram scores 130, almost a run a ball. But Tristan Stubbs, 38 off 58. That's not very Tristan Stubbs-like, is it? I think we're going to leave ourselves short. What a victory. Rabada with the final wickets. A game we had no right to win, to be honest, because at one stage they are 5 for 232 and we take the last 5 wickets for 13 runs. We roll through them. We rack through them. Ngidi with a wicket. Coetzee with a wicket. Then Rabada, Ngidi, Rabada. We get across the line. It's the reason we won the Champions Trophy is our bowling attack. We know that. I do feel like Riley Rickleton is on his last legs with my patience. 264, it's slightly more, but the batting was slightly worse, if anything. We had to rely on the back end of a Marco Jansen 42 to give us any sort of score. Lose by 2 wickets this time. We can't quite pull off the miracle. We have problems with Ngidi going around the park. We put ourselves in a great position. Steve Smith scores more runs because he's a great player on the game and a great player in real life, but we just can't squeeze across the line, and it's purely down to weight of runs. We don't have another opener that can come in and do a job unless we do something drastic like moving. We had Van der Dusen opening at one stage, didn't we? We did have that for a little bit. We're back with it as well. Duplessis, yet to do anything good in the series, but hey, keep having a game of cricket, son. Yep, really glad I moved Van der Dusen back up to opener. Thank you. 283, it's a better score. We were still 2 down pretty early doors, but Duplessis with 65 off 75 was very, very reasonable. Clarkson with 47. Stubbs with 120 off 120 was the stud. So it's going to be 284 to defend. There's not much spin in it. This Australian team is a very good team. Today on matches you do not deserve to win, but somehow pulled out the bag because you've got a great bowling attack. They're chasing 283. They've got heaps of overs left. Their run rate is through the roof. They're the blue line. and they're 5 for 225. And we take the last 5 wickets for 30 runs, thanks to Maharaj. He ran through the back end of the innings. We managed to beat Australia in ODI cricket, which is a massive deal for us. We get a 91 average from Markram, 65 from Duplessis, 56 from Jansen. Every time I look at Jansen, he's like, hey, he's done something great with the bat. Let's not talk about his bowling. With the bowl, Maharaj and Rabada, exceptional. Now, I think Australia were number 1 in the world before that. Yes, they were. They still are. But the fact is, we've just gone and beaten the number 1 in the world. Unfortunately, now we have to play them at T20 cricket. And again, with the T20 World Cup coming up, 3 T20 internationals against them, we're going to work out whereabouts we are. And we have made a change to the squad. Bretzka's coming in. I've got to let Rickleton go. He's not doing anything in any format for us at the moment. Bretzka has got 3 T20 internationals to his name, but a career 137 strike rate. Last year put up a 151 as well, so good player. It does also want us to put Brevis at 3 and move Forrester down. Forrester's not done anything for us batting at 3, and Brevis, although he goes across the line in one game, done that much. Now, form guide in T20 internationals is pretty sketchy. It started off okay with a few wins, but we've hit a bit of a snag, particularly when you look at the fact that we lost 3 against Ireland, we lost 1 against Bangla, we lost 1 against Australia. So just looking at the strike rate from the top 6 batters we've had in T20 international cricket, Markram's got a 153 strike rate, which is exceptional. Forrester 134. Everyone else incredibly poor. Ferreira, Brevis, Van der Dusen below 120s. Also, really interesting, Australia are a 3.5 star rated team. We got rolled for 143. We actually had a really good first couple of overs here, and we took Fergus O'Neill for plenty, but then batting happened and we got rolled for 143, and we lose in 13 overs. Matty Short with a 61 200 strike rate day. Steve Smith smashes us around the park. Everyone went round the park. Gotta score more runs, bro. Yeah, lose by 8, so we're going to lose the series. There was some good stuff to like here. Tristan Stubbs batted really well, batted really fast, and then weirdly, when I upped his aggression, he just completely stalled. Couldn't lay bat on ball even though he was in. Henrik Larsson was the opposite. He went really slow and then had huge aggression. But 187 is a good score, but we're going to lose yet another T20I series. Smashed 14 overs to knock off 140. Everyone round the park. That's possibly the worst. In terms of T20 cricket, that's as low as you can get. Throughout the whole series, Rabada didn't get a wicket. He went at 12. Oh my days, that is an absolute pasting. So this paints a picture of all the series that we've played in, and we've only lost 3 series so far, but we lost to Ireland in T20 cricket 3-0, Pakistan 2-1 in T20 cricket and 3-0 to Australia in T20 cricket. ODI cricket, we've not lost a series. Test cricket, we've not lost a series. Talking of ODI series, Riley Rickleton's back and he scores 100 against England. 59 from Markram, 97 from Van der Dusen. We also, we've scored 328. We feel like a reasonable team, but going up against this England team, it's going to be really difficult. But there is Rehan Edavlath in there, who is 21-year-old wonder kid, who's coming through, obviously doing bits, averaging 39 in Test cricket already. Win by 96. Good performance from the team. Courtesy with 3. Maharaj was probably king here. His 3 came at 3 and over. Same Marco Jansen was absolutely incredible. We got Butler for 0. Sam Curran for 1. But Brook and when Brook and Bairstow were sharing a big partnership, Rabada Courtesy went and broke it. We're genuinely an okay ODI team. We go even bigger. 351 this time. Clarkson with 87 off 62. Forrester run a ball at the end. Van der Dusen with 50. Decent start again. 42 run partnership. But it was the Tristan Stubbs show. 119 off 108. He's not a bad ODI player. I take it all back from the first episode. Another good win. Courtesy and Rabada with 3. We got another low Joe Root score. You know that's going to come back and bite you at some stage. But we get Butler when he's in. Courtesy comes on and gets him. Bowling attack really happy with in ODI cricket. Batting lineup starting to shine just a little bit. Riley Rickleton scoring some runs, Van der Dusen scoring some runs. The averages this year all of a sudden are pumped up to the max. So another score of 300. There's another century to be made. It's Van der Dusen 108 off 116. He's had an exceptional series. 84 from Klaassen, who goes under the radar, back end of the innings so often. 50 from Forrester. What's your average looking like? Averaging 40 from 24 games. And we get the brush out. Are we making a play to say that we are favourites for the ODI World Cup when it rolls around in about a year's time? I think we might just be doing that. Maharaj with 3 for 44 is even going to be there. Forrester with 3 for 40. This is a dominant performance. We sweep England 3-0. We score over 300 in every single game. Klaassen averages 192. Van der Dusen 86. Forrester 83. Stubbs 51. This is peak. This is peak sort of performance. In Giddy, 2 wickets at 16, not great. But someone's got to get you wickets. And Coetzee, 8 wickets at 18, brilliant. The economy rates were brilliant from people. I am super stoked about it. 105 points. We're flirting with trying to get to number 1, aren't we? But we're not quite. We've not told them we like them enough yet. Unfortunately for us, we get to play England in T20 cricket as well. Yep, we all know the finish line. Eder Valeth, he goes and scores 87 off 49 to win England the game. His T20 record is averaging 67 from 3 games. Take that with a pinch of salt, but he looks an exceptional player, even though he didn't do it in the ODIs. We do get 82 from Markram, who's pushed down the order, trying Tristan Stubbs at the top. Let's not do that again. Second T20, we lose again. We get 166, which is slightly better, but the batting in some ways was slightly worse. We do get a 69 from Brett Sker off 38, which is wonderful knock. That's why we've got him there. We got Markram back to the top of the order, swapped him with Stubbs. Not a lot happened. Brevis gave us like a 100 strike rate sort of score. And we actually piled through them. They were cruising at this. Absolutely cruising for bruising. And then Forrester picked up 4 wickets towards the end of the game to make it look tighter than what it really was. But I think with that, I'm going to drop Mulder. And I'm going to go with Ferreira just to see if I can get a little bit more strike rate towards the back end of the innings with the bat. Ball in this time. Stop the press. We stop the rot. We win a game of cricket in the T20 format. Bowlers, reasonable. Forrester, I just genuinely don't believe I can get 4 overs out of him. So we might need to tinker around with the team and see what we can bring in. But we do knock off 170. Brexter goes back-to-back with huge strike rate, huge run days. He bats brilliantly. 41 from Dewell Brevis at a 141 strike rate, the small one I'm after, mate. And Ferreira comes in with a 500 strike rate to give it the big I am. We lose the series, but we don't lose hope just yet. Test World Championship gets underway. We're into the last series of the episode. Test World Championship points up for grabs. We've got T20s, we've got one days, all against Pakistan. A superb one-day performance here could, in theory, catapult us up to number 1. T20s, we're just trying to learn how to play the game, and Test cricket, we want to keep rising. We want to try and catch the uncatchable that is India. We get a bit of a road. There might be a bit in it for Maharaj later on. We still haven't plugged the second spinner issue that we've got going on. We do get Tristan Stubbs back, so Bavuma has gone. Van Tonder's going to retain at 3. Van der Dusen at 5. We're just shy of a really great 5-star already. Teeman were bowling. 4, 8, 7. It's not a good place to be. Babar Azam with a century. Shafiq with a century. I mismanaged the bowling attack because I only have 4 genuine bowlers. I over-bowled them in the first 5 or 6 overs, and I think that really set us back. We're following on as well. 249 all out. Poor up top. Afridi and Jamal did the damage. Stubbs, Dazorzi, Markram with absolute nothing. Okay, game on. Game on out of nowhere. We get 5-6-2. We get great partnerships. We get Markram with a 51. Van Tonder 142. Van der Dusen 147. Stubbs 84. Forrester 69. 3 century partnerships. And now it's day 5, session 1. Rawalpindi. Average bounce. Predictor. Pakistan do it 36%. We do it 53%. Draw 10. All bets are on. And we lose by 3 wickets. They knock off 327 for 7. Shafiq, he has a Dear Diary Day 100 in both innings. It was just constant pressure. Constant people getting in, causing us problems. We lose a test match. Might not be the worst score in the world, 3-2-6. 94 from Markham, and then it was runs back down the order. But this is a bowling-heavy deck. It's already down to average bounce. So if we can get stuck in with our seamers, game on. Oh, that's so frustrating. We could have had a 30-run lead here, but they put on 59 for the final wicket. Hazibullah Khan. I don't think I've ever watched you bat. He scores a century. We bowl reasonably well as well. That's frustrating. We're behind the 8 ball. Okay, declaration comes. We get 4-6-4 for 6. This was flat, man. I didn't expect this. It's supposed to be doing bits. But we get 137 from Markham, 127 from Zazorzi, 52 runner ball from Forrester, who's averaging 54. There may be a play at some stage where we move him up the order when Van der Dusen, who is now 37 or 38, 36, moves on. But we give ourselves 4.5 sessions, which is quite invaluable on uneven bounce, and Predictor likes us now. We do it, we get across the line, only just 100... There was about an hour and 30 minutes left in the game. Rabada 5, Jansen 4. Saur Shakil scores yet another century against us. As we split a series against Pakistan, it can be difficult to win in Pakistan. Just ask Bazball. It does hurt the world ratings ever so slightly and puts us off to a 50% start in the Test World Championship. Continue our good run of form in ODI cricket with bat, with Markram scoring a runner ball century, Van der Dusen 87, Stubbs 86 off 40. He averages 57 with a 101 strike rate. Incredible effort. The pitch, there's a bit of spin in it. I'm not saying 337 is going to be easy to defend. That's one of the great innings. 92 off 72 for Bin Yusuf. They were not even close in this game, and then right at the end, they pulled it back in. We started to go around the park. The over by over was just going all over the place, but it is a win. One more win, we win another series. That's how best out of 3 works. Okay, 274 for 8. Pretty decent score this. They get runs from Khan. Iman will hack down the order as well. I thought we bowled quite well. We controlled the back end a little bit better, but they did get away. That's how we do it. Aidan Markram, 170 off 142 deliveries. Not quite a career best. He's that good a player, 31 years old. Hopefully we'll be still peaking when we get to World Cup time. We get home relatively easy. It's another series winning one dayers. We are looking like the genuine article. And we've got a rainy one. 261 all out. This is game on. Curtsey went at 7.67. I had to bowl Forrester for a few overs, and he picked up a couple of wickets in all fairness. But 267 is not easy, particularly when there's these delays, because we're not a high strike rate team naturally. No, I think we've been done dirty by DLS there. We're 178 all out. Never really in question. We do pick up a victory. We do. Why aren't we going further up the ODI rankings? We keep winning every single series. Okay, last series, T20I series. We've only got, next episode, we've got India and West Indies before the T20I World Cup. So there's not long to go. And I am going to make a change. And the change is going to be, Dewald Brevis is out the squad. Bretska's coming in done really well. So Van der Dusen's done well in whatever format I play him in. So rather than trying to move on and bring in new players, we're going to go with him. The question for me is around the bowling, because no one else adds any bowl. Well, Markram can, but he's not got a 0 on the game, or a dot, or a cricket ball. So you kind of want that 5th bowler. Ferreira, he's not a bowler. So Forrester's going to have to bowl. So we're kind of testing it. We've got these 3 games and then 10 against India and West Indies next time. We've got another rain. Match abandoned. We get 123 here. Clarkson with 55, but yeah, it's a nothing game. At least we're not going to get 3-0 swept. It's another T20 loss. We get 100 from Markram off 71 balls, and then nothing. Like, not even close to anything from anyone else. Screwed up. We should have scored 200 there. We score 164, and they knocked them off quite nicely. Chance of a series tie, though. 2-match series. Right, we've won a game, but our batting absolutely sucks still. But with the ball, Forrester, 2 for 13. I bowled him his first change over number 7, and he got 2 wickets. So maybe there's something there. Maybe I'm going to celebrate the fact that we tied a series. We're 7th in the world. How are we only 3rd in the world in one day? I don't get it. But I think we possibly may have turned a bit of a corner there. 4 wickets at 12, going at 6s in the series. That's a pretty useful performance. So we will finish it there. 5th in Test Match World Rankings. I think we're a better team than that. We've just tied the Test World Championship. ODIs were 3rd, and I feel like we're the best team in the world. In T20s, we've just drawn a series for the first time. Aidan Markram, number 2 in the world with the bat in T20 cricket and ODI cricket. Maharaj, number 2 in ODI cricket. Marco Jansen surely got to be knocking on the door of being the best all-rounder in the world in one format at some stage. But worth just noting how good we have been. We have been very good. Lots of greens and ambers going on. Only series losses are in T20 cricket, which we absolutely suck at. But that will do it for today. We've ticked off 2 achievements so far. Test World Championship is done. Champions Trophy is done. And next episode, we get the opportunity to not embarrass ourselves in the T20 World Cup. We'll see you there.